let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home. We'll talk about Huda. We'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, brothers and sisters, to our live program of Viewers Pulse. And I'm your host for the evening, Junaid Dar. Brothers and sisters, it gives me great pleasure and honor to spend this hour with you on this beautiful program coming to you on your favorite channel, Huda TV. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this hour a beneficial hour, an hour which will go in the scale of our good deeds. Brothers and sisters, effectively this hour is there for us to communicate with one another. It's here for me to listen to your ideas, to listen to your thoughts, and to understand one another in order for us to serve this beautiful ummah, to serve al-Islam. Brothers and sisters, we have an hour together where we can communicate and share questions and thoughts and ideas. And I want you really to pick up your phones and to communicate with me and to give me your suggestions. I mean, what would you like to see on this channel? What would you like to see changed? What do you really love about the channel? And at the same time, if you do have any positive criticism, then please bring those forward also. And how can you do that? There's a number of different ways in which you can communicate with us. First and foremost is by phone. Brothers and sisters, our numbers shall be running across the screen, and they do begin with the 002. That's the code. So if you're outside of Egypt, then please do use the code. And if you're inside of Egypt, then you don't need to do so. And the lines are open, so please feel free and pick up those phones and give me your questions, your thoughts, your comments, or anything that you would like to add to this program. And before I proceed, just a gentle reminder to all of our viewers that the question of the week is still open, and we're still waiting for the winner of the week. We have some of your responses here in front of me, but we always leave the lines open for you to call and to give us your answer to the question. And the question which we left in our last program was, whose nickname is Abu Turab, who was known amongst the companions as Abu Turab? So the lines are open. Do call us, and inshallah ta'ala you will take the title for this week as winner of the week. So you have the option of using the phone, and secondly, you can also email us, and our email address is pulse@huda.tv. So please do email us, and we have a team dedicated to answering your emails, and they go to the qualified people who can answer your questions. So if you give us an email which is talking about an Islamic issue, a fiqh issue, then we direct that to our beloved Sheikh Muhammad Salah. If it's dealing with management or is dealing with operations, then we do direct them in the right place. So do email us, and hopefully we can address your emails appropriately. Furthermore, brothers and sisters, after using our email, you can also use our Facebook page, which I strongly recommend you do so. Our address is facebook.com/Huda TV. Now, the Facebook page is one of my personal favorites. I use it all the time, and I find it extremely useful. There is so many things you could do there, so many things that you can benefit from. One of those are the Islamic reminders. MashaAllah, Huda TV is very active, and you will get updates on the minute. You get new reminders coming to you from the Quran, coming to you from the Sunnah, so you're always aware and conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Furthermore, the Facebook page does link you to our videos and our programs that we have on our channel, so you can always watch short clips or the full-length videos there on our Facebook page. And furthermore, brothers and sisters, one of the main features of our Facebook page is the link to our official website. Now, I strongly encourage you all to go onto our website and to check out all the new things that are there. Those who've been there, you will see it's been updated, it's been modernized, you'll see the new look. So please do visit the web page, and you will see some very important information. From amongst that information is the program time. So you'll see a list of all of our programs, 7 days a week, coming to you 24 hours of the day, and you can choose the programs that are that you are able to watch. Furthermore, you see the timings as well, so you can select and highlight those according to time. Furthermore, brothers and sisters, our website does give you information on our mashayikh, the scholars that are involved with Huda TV, those who are in front of the cameras and those who are behind the cameras and supporters with their advices and with the dua. So please do see that. And lastly, you will also get some information on the presenters. So you get to know what they do when they're away from the cameras, what they do in their private times or in their personal times, and their qualifications and where they come from and what they are doing. So please do visit our website and do benefit from that also. Furthermore, let's come back to the Facebook page, and I want to remind you, brothers and sisters, to like our page. If you haven't done so already, please, brothers and sisters, do like the page and don't stop there. Do move forward and invite your friends and your families to like the page. Also, we are edging towards 250,000 likes. So subhanallah, it's going to be a momentous occasion when we see that 250,000. We're going to be extremely happy. So we encourage you, brothers and sisters, to get involved, to support the channel and to support the Facebook page and give it to your friends and your families. And don't forget at the same time that you are doing a good deed. You are giving yourself in the service of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Huda TV is an Islamic channel. We're inviting people to this beautiful faith that we are all sharing. So just imagine that by your work, by you inviting somebody to the beautiful Facebook page which leads them to this channel, they are affected in a positive way. They do more good deeds. Or maybe it's a non-Muslim, like we've seen in our previous episodes, that they watched a program and that began their journey towards Islam and they embraced al-Islam. SubhanAllah, you will have the rewards of this, ongoing rewards. So please do remain active and do invite your friends and your families to our Facebook page. Furthermore, brothers and sisters, you can also engage with us via Twitter, and our account there is twitter.com/Huda TV channel. And the Twitter account is extremely important. Why do I say that? Because the Twitter links you directly to our Facebook page. So whenever there is anything new on Facebook, you will get the update onto your Twitter account, and whether it's on your mobile or on your whatever device that you're using, you will see these updates and you'll see these reminders, and you can just click and be directed straight to the Facebook page and receive all the information that you need. So stay in touch with us 24 hours of the day, 7 days a week, and do sign up on Twitter. Furthermore, brothers and sisters, we come to the most important means of communication, and one that I strongly recommend that you get involved in, and that's our YouTube page. There you can see is youtube.com/Huda TV. Now, why do I say that the YouTube page is the most important? Because we are a TV channel, and you have our option there on YouTube to live stream all of our programs. You can just sit there in the comfort of your room and just click the live streaming button and get to see all the programs coming to you direct for free, 24 hours of the day, 7 days a week. So please do subscribe on our YouTube page and do benefit from those videos and live streaming. Furthermore, you have an archive of videos that we've done or produced from years ago or days ago, so you can choose what video you like to watch by date or even by title. So do get involved and do subscribe to our YouTube channel. And lastly, don't forget that you can also join in with the conversations on our Facebook page as well as on our YouTube page. We have some very beautiful, healthy conversations taking place from our viewers discussing various programs, bringing forward their opinions, whether they agree, whether they disagree. But it's a beautiful, healthy environment for us to share our ideas. Brothers and sisters, that does bring us to the final mode of communication, and that is via Skype. And our Skype account is Huda_TV, and you can catch us on our Skype account 24 hours of the day. It's always open, it's green, and you can give us your comments there. You can either by typing or a voice conversation. So please do contact us via Skype at the same time. So, brothers and sisters, we do have a very beautiful program today. We've got a surprise for you. Do you remember last Ramadan, there was a children's program by the name of Adam and Sally? I'm sure you remember, right? You remember the cartoons? You remember the puppets? That's what our program's about today. The main man behind that program, I'm not going to give away his name. I want you to think about it. Adam and Sally. And this brother, mashallah, works very hard and has produced a number of different programs which involve characters or cartoons. He works very hard. educating children, producing Islamic cartoons for our future generations. He is with me today, and inshallah ta'ala he'll be joining me and answering the questions that we've prepared for him. And at the same time, I want you, dear viewers, to call in and to ask him your questions or direct your praises and thanks to him at the same time. We'll be doing that shortly after the break. But before we go over to the break, I would like to remind you again, brothers and sisters, our phone lines are open, so please do call us and do give us your thoughts or comments or questions. And more importantly, you could be the winner of the week. So please do call in. Whose nickname was Abu Turab? So we're still waiting for somebody to give us the response to that question. But brothers and sisters, before we go over to a break, let me just go through some of the emails that we received over the last period of time. And the first email comes all the way from Ethiopia. It's an anonymous email, and the brother writes, Assalamu alaikum from Ethiopia. Please make dua for my brother. He started an unwanted relationship with one non-Muslim girl. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala change his mind and turn him back to Islam. So brother is concerned for his brother who has begun a relationship with somebody outside of wedlock, and the Islamic rulings on that are very clear, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide you and to guide the rest of the Muslims, and in particularly this brother from Ethiopia. We know that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he told us about the dangers of being involved in such relationships. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he told us of the two organs that will lead a person to the hellfire, and he alluded to the tongue and the private parts. So brothers and sisters, please do take heed of that and do make dua for this brother in Ethiopia, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to return him back to the correct path. The second email we have is from Sister Sani Manir, and she writes all the way from Katsina, Nigeria, and she states, Assalamu alaikum, your programs are very educational and inspiring. You are not only a light in every home, but in every heart. May Allah bless Huda TV and the numerous brothers who educate us. So, Sister Sani, we thank you very much for your beautiful email. It's emails like this that really make us smile and make the team here very happy and very confident, and also creates that attitude of proactivity where we can produce more programs and we can help more people, especially our brothers and sisters from Nigeria who love our channel and constantly encouraging us to do more work. So please, brothers and sisters, do make dua for us and do aid us in what we do, and send us your comments and your questions. We appreciate every little thing that you do for us. It may seem little, but for us it's very big. It helps us. It improves us to become a better channel, better presenters, better students of knowledge. So we ask you to continue supporting us. Brothers and sisters, that does bring us to the end of this particular segment of Viewers Pulse, and we're going to come back after a break, and when we come back we will have our very special guest, the main man behind Adam and Sally, and he's going to be answering your questions and my questions. So please don't go too far away, and don't forget the question of the week. So I'm going to see you in just a few moments, and join me and my very special guest. So until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
O Allah, to you belongs all praise. You are the light of the heavens and the earth, and all that is within them. إن الذين كذبوا بآياتنا واستكبروا عنها لا تفتح لهم أبواب السماء ولا يدخلون الجنة حتى يلج الجمل في سم الخياط.
Sister Amina is asking, is it true that you can see Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam in the dream? The answer is yes. Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, in an authentic hadith, he said, من رآني في المنام فقد رآني فإن الشيطان لا يتمثل بي.
After the soul departs the body, it makes its journey to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If it was righteous soul, it will be given permission to enter into the heavens. But if the soul was wicked, no. إنه من يشرك بالله فقد حرم الله عليه الجنة. Whosoever associates someone in worship with Allah, even if it is me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make Jannah haram and lawful for that person.
Huda TV's social media sites are the best way to contact us from anywhere around the world. Stay connected with Huda TV's latest news and programs through Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, Skype, and Instagram. It's fast and easy. Stay up to date with your favorite shows and scholars today. Huda TV, a light in every home.
Allah, so let me stray. Please guide my way.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk on your favorite channel, Huda TV. I'm your host, Arkham Rashid. He actually did such and such that you're accusing him of in your mind. So now I want to start off with my right-hand side, Brother Ahmed. If you can just tell us what your thoughts were on that video, what can you extract from that video? Go ahead. Would you say some of the youth turn to drugs, especially in your country, if they don't have jobs, or it's because they want to get away from their daily normal lives? Would you say that's a reason?
Absolutely, that's true. Some people just resort to drug as the last option because they get themselves straight out, and they're instead of depression, but they don't know where to turn for help.
What's the wisdom behind Islam prohibiting drugs?
Islam, as a matter of fact, all the Islamic rulings in general, they are just prescribed for preserving two main things. The religion, which is spirituality, and the worldly or the mundane things, which is, the soul, human soul.
So I think a message would be just to stay completely away from it. Even we can say, oh look, it's haram.
Allah, I'm calling your name.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, brothers and sisters, to our live program, Viewers Pulse. And you're joining me here in our studios in Huda TV. Brothers and sisters, it gives me great pleasure to announce and introduce to you that we have our guest, our very special guest that was involved in the program which we had last Ramadan, talking about Adam and Sally. But before we introduce the main man behind the idea, let us look at another character that is involved in some of this brother's program. So let me introduce over to our first guest, and it's best if you see it for yourself. So if we could introduce our very first guest. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, brother?
Alhamdulillah. And what's your name?
Well, my name is Mr. Feel. You see, I'm an elephant, and Arabic for elephant is what? It's Feel. So Mr. Feel.
And what's your job? So what do you do in these programs?
Well, I basically eat peanuts and walk around in the mud a little bit there, and occasionally count to 1 to 10 and say my ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, and stuff like that there, yeah.
Okay, could you give us an example of how you would say your ABC? Because it is strange listening to an elephant saying his ABCs.
I know it's kind of strange there. I'm a talking elephant. It's amazing there. Well, you could see my show there. I'm on a new show called Happy Ummah, and I count, and I also I do the alphabet there. Like, I pop up A, B, C. Banana, B. How you like that? It's very nice, huh? Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But yeah. I also understand that you can sing. I've never heard of a singing elephant, but is that true?
I do a little something here. You want to hear a little something?
Oh, you got something ready?
Yeah, my voice is not the best singing voice in the world there, but it's the theme for a new show that I'm in called Happy Ummah.
Go for it.
Happy Ummah is a place that we need Happy Ummah in word and deed, where I can learn my letters, numbers, letters, and learn how to read. Where? In Happy Ummah. Beautiful voice there, huh? Ummah. Very nice, huh?
Mr. Phil, thank you very much. I'm going to go back to my viewers, and then when we come back, we'll have a look at the main man behind your creation.
Happy Ummah.
Brothers and sisters, you saw an insight into some of our programs there, Adam and Sally, and also Mr. Phil. So let's go over and talk to the main man behind this very beautiful idea. It's an education-based idea, trying to educate our youth in an Islamic environment with Islamic ideas. So let's get to the more serious side of this program and see what is behind it. So let me introduce over our very special guest, Brother Abdul Salam, who's been involved in these programs. I'd like to say to you, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, brother?
I'm very well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So could you first and foremost give us some insight into this program, Adam and Sally?
Yes, alhamdulillah, last Ramadan, we, I say we, the people in Huda Television, we were blessed to come together and do a show called Adam and Sally. And it was really a collective effort from many people. We had the two children on there, Kaya and Musa. MashaAllah, they flew all the way from the United States and appeared on the show.
Nice.
And one of the voices of actual Adam and Sally, which is it was Sister Salsabil and Sister Aliyah, alhamdulillah. And then I would come on the show and I would do a nasheed and tell a meaningful story. And it was just a really good experience. You know, we did about 12 or 13 episodes. And it was a nice, fun experience working with the kids and everything, you know.
Excellent. I want to let the viewers know a little secret about yourself, that you also produce nasheeds. You're a nasheed artist, is that correct?
Alhamdulillah, mashallah, yes, yes. And I'm bringing, you have to bring it all together for the kids, you know. When you are working with children, you want to keep their attention, you know. And so you make it fun for them, you know. You want to have the nasheeds and the puppets and the colors and everything going, and it's really for the children. And under all of that, you have a good message and or some good educational things to teach them, inshallah.
Okay, and from amongst these things, what are you trying to inspire the young Muslims to learn and to do with their lives?
Well, really to keep their fitrah of tawheed. That is very important. Keep their fitrah, because we know that in this world, it's a big test, right? So we go through this world and we go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and there's all of these things trying to pull us off the path. From a very young age it starts. So one of my aims and my dreams is to keep the fitrah of the child intact and let them grow up in a nice, healthy way where they can learn, they can have fun, but at the same time they keep the Islamic message intact, inshallah.
Okay. Dear viewers, just to motivate us all, I'm waiting for a person to call in and to request a particular nasheed. If you are aware of some of the nasheeds that Brother Abdul Salam does, you can ask for those in particular. If not, you can ask for any nasheed, and inshallah, he will be more than willing to produce one of his nasheeds here on air.
I hope. Alhamdulillah, I just got over a cold, so you saw how Mr. Phil was talking. Actually, that's how I was sounding in the last couple of days.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah, my voice has just returned actually today to this capacity, so I will try to do something if I...
Could I make a request before any of the viewers make a request? I've heard your nasheed, I think it's called Be Happy. Could I ask you to give us something from Be Happy?
Okay, now?
Please.
Oh, subhanAllah. I hope my voice is good. If it's not, excuse me, okay? It's actually, now this song, Be Happy, is a nasheed that I wrote for this new children's program by the name of Happy Ummah, right? And we just released it like a week ago. And it's just a little project that I started. So it's the theme song for Happy Ummah, okay? So I'll sing it, but if you wanted to hear it and it's full form, you can go to YouTube and see Happy Ummah, because my voice, again, is not so. But listen to the words.
Go ahead.
That's more important. It says,
Bismillah.
It says, the Lord of the universe sent a book that we can rehearse. He sent blessings in great amounts, so much so that we cannot count. There's so much to be grateful for. There's so much that we can't ignore. There's so much to be grateful for. There's so much that we can't ignore. So don't ever let the life of this world get you down. Be thankful to Allah and be happy. Be happy. So be thankful to Allah and be happy, be happy. And I'm even happy, though my voice sounds like it's it's half, it's 50% today.
No, that was very nice.
May
Thank you
Allah.
very much. I thank you for being brave, even though you do have a cold for it.
Yeah, go to YouTube and you will see the full recorded version of Be Happy with Happy Ummah, inshallah.
Excellent. So, dear viewers, you got an insight into what Brother Abdul Salam can produce, and he's got plenty of more nasheeds. So, please do call us and ask for more nasheeds, and inshallah ta'ala, he will do this at your request. But let's continue with our questions.
Yes, yes.
I want to, we've talked about some of the programs. Let's go into some information about yourself as a person.
Okay.
Could you tell us about a bit about yourself, your educational background, and where you come from, and what you've done with yourself up till today?
Well, I am, mashallah, I was born in America. I was born in Chicago.
Brother Abdul Salam, I'm going to have to ask you to pause because we've got a phone call. So
mashallah.
it could be answer to the question, or it could be a request for a nasheed, or it could be both. So if we can speak to Sister Aisha from the KSA. Assalamu alaikum, sister.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Yourself, sister?
Good, alhamdulillah. Jazakallah. The answer of the question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ali ibn Abu Talib radiallahu anha.
Well done, well done.
It's correct?
That's perfect. Well done, Sister Aisha. That is correct. You are the winner of the week with your correct answer. So, mashallah, you walk away with the prize. Again, mashallah, you're one of the most active people with the Viewers Pulse. So I thank you very much. Sister, do you have a request for Abdul Salam for a nasheed?
I have a comment, Brother Abdul Salam, mashallah. I remember Adam in silence. It was so beautiful, Manzo for Ramadan, mashallah. Thank you for that. And your nasheed as well.
So you are requesting a nasheed?
Yeah, smiling maybe.
Okay, she asked for smiling.
Oh, the actual theme song for Adam and Sally. Okay, you're working me today because my voice, may Allah help me here.
Sister Aisha's asking to.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay.
And excuse my voice because it's not what it usually is. Inshallah, Allah will restore it.
Go ahead.
But it's sometimes you need someone to help you understand. A loving teacher who will guide and hold your hand. A smiling face, a happy place. Another episode of Adam and Sally. My voice. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do now. Because my voice is saying, stop, stop.
That was good. That was good, mashallah. Thank you very much. We appreciate that very much. Dear viewers, that does give us the conclusion to the winner of the week, which is Sister Aisha from the KSA with the correct answer, Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu. And let me just run through some of the people also that answered the question correctly on email. Then we will come back to our guest. From amongst those was Sister Ken Kipu. She also said Ali, which is correct. And we have Sister Gigi Imara. She also said Ali, which is correct. And we have Ukhti Abu Bakr Uthman, and she also said Ali. So all three of those questions and answers were correct. So thank you very much for those who emailed us. And a big thank you to Sister Aisha who called us and takes the award for being the winner of the week. So, Brother Abdul Salam, we have a tough competition here. Brothers and sisters competing for...
Yeah, this is what it's about, competing in the ilm and really teaching us.
Okay, so I interrupted you. If you could tell us a bit about yourself, your educational background. And
Yes. Alhamdulillah. So I was born in Chicago, and I grew up there until my teenage years. And I moved out to Los Angeles, and actually lived in Hollywood for some time.
Okay.
And alhamdulillah, I used to do music, string instruments and this stuff. And by the grace of Allah, Allah guided me away from this stuff, but not away from the joy that the nasheeds bring. And so I was redirected in my life, and I really started to focus myself on, just staying within the sunnah, And I'm a graphic designer. I'm also you could say a producer. I really, I like if I get a camera in my hand, I'm just happy.
Okay.
So I'll shoot and I'll edit and I'll do puppet things and stuff like that. But I'm trained as a graphic designer.
Excellent.
And also I am an English teacher, so I teach English and things like that. And I made my way out to Egypt about 4 years ago. And alhamdulillah.
So as you're speaking, the viewers are watching pictures of your programs and yourself. You can see them on the screens as well. So.
Oh, really? Alhamdulillah. I will look for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got another question for you. Brother Abdul, were you born a Muslim or did you embrace Islam at some point in your life?
Alhamdulillah, I was born a Muslim.
Okay.
My mother and father embraced Islam before I was born, And I remember hearing the stories about when they embraced Islam. And there was, in America, the knowledge, the ilm is not as readily available as it is here in the East, So there was always this learning curve, as you could say. But, it's the process of learning the right ways to do everything upon the correct niyyah and just getting the correct information. But alhamdulillah, I was born Muslim,
MashaAllah, excellent.
It's a blessing from Allah.
Okay, so the viewers are fully aware of your program, Adam and Sally.
Yes.
Have you been involved in any other programs with Huda TV?
Yeah, I come on here and there, like Viewers Pulse. I love this show called Viewers Pulse. And the host, mashallah, he's such a vibrant brother.
You're embarrassing me.
But yeah, I come on Huda sometimes. But Adam and Sally was the first show that I was in, and I had many episodes. They're on YouTube now as well. And actually, I was talking to some of the brothers here at Huda. It's a secret. But we're thinking about doing another season of Adam and Sally as well. And
we've got your pictures actually up on the screen so you can see Adam and Sally there.
The two puppets. We had the puppeteers there, mashallah. We had two great puppeteers, and they did a great job there, mashallah.
The studio looks extremely colorful.
It was so colorful, beautiful set, and you see Kaya and Musa there, and that they used their real names for the show. And we told stories in this program, and they were actually fully engaged in the stories. I mean, when you're telling the stories, they're looking at you like, and then they would occasionally ask me, "Is it true? Is this story true?" And it's just a story we made to make a point, but it's like, and I don't have to tell them that on air, And mashallah, they made the show much easier to do because they were so bright, vibrant, and full of energy, So alhamdulillah, I really enjoyed doing the show with them. And it was a really good experience, I thank Allah for it.
Okay, and many people may say that working with children can be very tiring or difficult at times, but when I see someone like yourself, I think the opposite. What drives you and motivates you to work so fluently with children?
Allah knows best. Before, I have a couple of children of my own.
MashaAllah.
MashaAllah. Before I had children, I really didn't work with children. I mean, I would like wave at a baby every once in a while, but I really didn't like working with children that much, But after I had my son and my daughter, and, I just became children friendly, And I find that the children, sometimes they like me too. And when I occasionally teach, and I find that, when you have fun with the children, they learn better. And it's just something it's clicking. So I said, alhamdulillah. I don't know where it's from. It's
very nice. And another thing, I see your approach towards teaching children is completely new. I mean, the more traditional approach you will see in the Eastern world, or even some traditional schools in the Western world, is very much a listen and teach kind of methodology. But you come from a different perspective, bringing in colors and bringing in nasheeds. And I mean, what inspires you to be so creative?
Well, alhamdulillah, first, and my family I come from a very creative background. All of my brothers, we sometimes sing nasheeds together,
Okay.
And it's sometimes I sing with 4 of my other brothers, And when I was in the States, we would, sit, if we have a family get-together or something like this. And mashallah, it would be very enjoyable. And then when you bring this to not just singing for enjoyment, mashallah, but you need a point behind, especially for children, to keep their attention. So I try to bring in the nasheeds and the enjoyable activities with teaching them something beneficial.
Brother Abdul, we've got a phone call. So let's take this phone call, then we come right back. Brother Muhammad calling us from Egypt. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, Brother Junaid?
Alhamdulillah. How are you doing, brother?
Alhamdulillah, everything is okay, alhamdulillah.
Go ahead.
Brother, I'm very happy with this episode. And actually, want to share my thoughts regarding Abdul Salam Zubayr. MashaAllah, it's very, very beautiful. And it's hilarious. So I just want to thank him and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep his voice safe and make it benefit for Muslims, inshallah.
Brother Muhammad, before you go, do you want to request a nasheed?
Yeah, but I actually love his voice, but a special nasheed I not request because I see him very tired and his voice is going to be fade,
Ask him. No. Okay, so thank you very much.
Brother. Jazakumullah khair.
That's why I repeat my thanks to him. That he is very, very beautiful. Inshallah, I'm just waiting for a new program that he give us nasheed for Huda, and just I'm looking forward to that.
Thank you very much, Brother Muhammad, for your fantastic phone call. Very warm and welcoming phone call there, and we appreciate your praises and your thanks, and moreover your concern for Brother Abdul Salam's voice. You're more generous than I am. If I was, I would ask you for permission. But Abdul Salam, there you go. People really do appreciate your hard work.
And this is for the brother making dua. This is really what it is, I mean, alhamdulillah, we have a chance to talk to people and they make dua for you. And this is so wonderful. This is so much of a blessing, really. Alhamdulillah, may Allah accept the brother's dua. And
furthermore, just picking up on what Brother Muhammad said, he was alluding to some of the new things that you could possibly be doing with Huda TV. So can we get some inside information about what you have planned to do with Huda TV?
Yeah, inshallah, I've been talking to the brothers here, and of course we want to thinking about doing another Adam and Sally, more nasheeds, more puppets, more fun, inshallah, and more meaningful points that we brought. We have more of that. Also, story time. We're thinking about doing something where we tell meaningful stories to the children.
Very nice.
And have the children, many children involved, and something that can really brighten the mind and really inspire the children to do what's right and have very dynamic and colorful stories to help them do that, inshallah. Something very special, inshallah, we'll be bringing called Story Time. We haven't decided on the exact title of it, but probably Story Time or something very close to that.
Good, very nice. I mean, if you had the choice to do absolutely any program that you could do, you had all the things supporting you to do so, what kind of program would you like to do?
Wow, there's so many ideas. I like the Story Time. Also, this could be like a reading program. Again, Adam and Sally was beautiful, actually, and to do that, but even bring more technology into it. And this show that I'm really starting, Happy Ummah.
Okay.
Because we were talking to the brothers, perhaps we can bring it to Huda. And it's really using technology and using chroma technology you bring puppets, and you can bring them anywhere in the world, and you bring your points, and a lot of colorful nasheeds and things like that. So if I could do anything, I would do something like that. I would do something with very high quality nasheeds, very high quality and using technology, but at the same time bringing the puppets, colorful puppets, and really creating an environment for the children to enjoy. So I'm looking forward to doing some stuff like this, inshallah.
Excellent. As well as being creative, you are a teacher, so you are aware of children and what they are taught in the curriculum. So on a more serious side, At times, we find that some of the curriculum or some of the material that children are taught is actually conflicting with core Islamic values.
Yes.
So unfortunately, like a child maybe learning English, and at the same time he's been taught how to drink alcohol or how to go out clubbing and dating. What's your thoughts on that, and how can we progress in this field?
Yeah, I was on a show. I was on Huda Tonight a few months ago, and I was discussing with another brother there about this topic. And you know, being a teacher, you see the material from well-known publishers. There was one book that I was reading from a well-known publisher, and I skimmed through the book before I give it to the students. I read it myself to make sure. Beautiful story about a bird flying home to his land in Brazil. But then I found one page that was horrendous. And they have drawings there of people dressed inappropriately, doing inappropriate things. And I said, this is not correct. So, mashallah, the mudir, he got the pages and he glued every book. He just glued the pages together. And we find this in different books. If you look in the curriculums, things that are not so Islamic. But the English is correct, but the Islam is not present there. And they're well-known publishers. They're leading publishers of educational books. So, as a vision that I have, it would be to create not only shows, but books as well, and programs for our Muslim children.
Okay.
And we need things for our Muslim children to have fun, to learn, at the same high quality as the people who are producing these things now, or even better. But at the same time, not compromising the Islamic values that are wholesome not only to Muslims, but for everyone, really. So when you asked about something that a dream show, it would be a show to teach children Islam, to teach them the ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, how to read, all of these things.
Okay.
And at the same time, keeping the core Islamic values. This is the very reason why I just recently produced this program by the name of Happy Ummah. It's on YouTube now, and it's my first effort at stepping toward this dream of teaching our own children. We shouldn't have the non-believers, in my opinion, teaching the believers when they are bringing in things that are compromising our values, our Islamic values. So I created this first effort called Happy Ummah, and that's just what it does. It teaches ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, how to read, some things from science, the seasons. Very colorful nasheeds. Many nasheeds are there.
Okay.
Puppets, Mr. Phil is in it, and other puppets. You know, we have the Color Brothers, and they sing about colors, and you know, we have the. But at the same time, we say Alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah, and we are still teaching the core Islamic things, or keeping the Islamic things intact. So I would love to see this not only on Huda, but on Huda and widespread on the internet, on Huda and everywhere, where we are taking control of the education of our children. We can get our children and we can put them in an Islamic school where it's very beautiful. But if some of the books are not Islamic, then this is incorrect. So one thing it takes is time. It takes time to develop books, to write them, to do the graphics and the illustration for them, to film these books and programs and shows. But it's something that us Muslims, it's something that we need to do, inshallah, to take back our children, really, inshallah.
Okay, fantastic. And a question that I ask all my guests that are involved with Huda TV, what's your experience been like working with Huda TV, and in particular the staff?
MashaAllah, it's been actually very good. I come here and I feel like I'm in a second home, you know. I haven't been in Huda in a few months because I've been busy doing some things. And I come back and say, yes, I feel like I'm in my second home, you know. I like the creative environment. You know, they have a brother like myself or someone else here singing a nasheed, but they don't know the brothers behind the scenes, the brothers editing, the brothers behind the cameras, the brothers at the switchboards. Without this, we would just be sitting and having a conversation in a living room, beautiful living room, right? And I do this all the time with my friends. Sometimes I say, I wish I could have this conversation on Huda, but I don't have the beautiful staff and the lighting and it just takes a group effort to make it happen. Wallahi. And so you just see the faces here, you know, the smiling face, but the happy place is really by the grace of Allah created by the brothers and the people here at Huda, really, you know, sacrificing their time and their energy and their effort day in and day out to bring this beautiful programming that is very essential to the people.
And this is a common point that I like to share as well, is that working at Huda is not just a TV channel, but I feel, just like you said, it's like a family, isn't it?
Yeah, mashallah.
You know everybody here and you work
with. Even if you need some nasiha, you know, if you're here and I have a question, and you know, sometimes I even call in and ask the sheikh. I don't even say I'm Abdul Salam or nothing like this. Oh, I use my middle name, Muhammad. Yeah, this is Muhammad. I have a question for you, sheikh. And I ask him something. If I'm like, oh, I need an answer to a question, I'm at home, the sheikh is there, call him, mashallah, call him, you know. I don't even tell him this, Abdul Salam, sometimes, because, you know, I get an answer, I get a lead, and then I can go back and study a little bit and read a hadith or two in the direction that he sent me and get some clarity to any issue. So, alhamdulillah, it's like that, you know. And then, like just before the show, we're making salat, you know, in the control room. You know what I mean? Right before, in the first, you know, we're making salat. The brothers, do you want to pray? You know, they put down, and we're making salat.
Okay.
And we come right here and do the show. MashaAllah.
Excellent, fantastic, Abdul Salam. We have come to the end of the program, and the staff is actually shouting in my ear and praising us, saying that you are speaking so positively about us.
MashaAllah.
But alhamdulillah, we have come to the end of the program, and really, Abdul Salam, I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule and for coming here on Viewers Pulse and being very brave and
trying to
sing those nasheeds that you did, which are very
50%.
So, mashallah, I thank you again, and I pray that Allah gives you a bright future and gives you more programs and makes you an asset for this ummah. Thank you very much.
Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik.
Thank you very much. Dear viewers, we have come to the end of this program, but before we go, don't forget the question of the week. Now, the question for the week, we know that Ibrahim alayhi salam had 2 sons. The question is, who is the elder of the 2, Ismail or Ishaq? Is that clear? So, which of the 2 sons is elder, Ismail or Ishaq? So, brothers and sisters, that does bring us to the end of our program today. Please don't forget to tune in our live episodes in the Evening Huda tonight, where in segment number 1 you'll be seeing Ali Coleman giving us the latest news, and in segment number 2 you'll be hearing about perished nations, of the nations that have gone by and they've been destroyed. Why were they destroyed? What were their crimes? And in segment number 3 we'll be talking about the rights of a Muslim. Every Muslim has rights upon another Muslim. What are they? Do we know them? So please do stay tuned and join us tonight for our beautiful program of Huda tonight. But for our program here on Viewers Pulse, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. It's been a fantastic program, and Sister Aisha walks away as the winner of the week. So inshallah ta'ala, brothers and sisters, I will see you next week at the same time, at the same place. So until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
We'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home. We'll talk about Huda. We'll talk about our way. Come join us and have your say. Let's talk about our way. Remember, you are not alone. Huda is the light in your home.